So the first thing that you have to do when you're dealing with data is you have to write your numbers in order. So pause the video real quick and write your numbers in order, from least to greatest. Alright, so here they are, and whenever you do this, you need to make sure that you've done your list correctly. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh, I've lost one. 18, 21, 32, 33, 35, 44, 34, 7, 21, 43, 33, 48. I left out 48. Okay? And then 36. Alright, so there are my numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. Alright, so that's the first thing you have to do, and see how I would have gotten everything wrong if I hadn't done that. Alright, so we've got some different things we're going to do. So we're going to look at these bottom ones first. Okay, so remembering about the median and quartile 1 and quartile 3 and the interquartile range and the range, these are all things that comprise the 5-number summary. So let's begin with the median. So the median is the number in the middle. So the way you find the number in the middle is once your numbers are in order, you check them off. So I've got 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. So my median is 33. So you put the numbers in order and it divides my data in half. So half of my numbers are less than 33 and half of my numbers are greater than 33. Now I'm going to look at my numbers and I am going to find Q1. Q1, also known as the lower median, is the middle of the lower sets of data. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to have 7 and 33, 18 and 32. So my middle is going to be between these two. So I'm going to add these together. And so when I add them together, it's 21 plus 26, and that's 47. And then I want to divide that by 2. So my lower median, or my Q1, is 23 and 5/10. Alright, I average those. Now I'm going to look at these, and I go between 34 and 48, 35 and 44. So my number's between 36 and 43, so I add them. 36 plus 43 is 79. Divide that by 2, because I want the average of them. And I get 39 and 5/10. So I've got my median, I've got my quartile 1, and I've got my quartile 3. So that's 3 of the numbers from the 5-number summary. So the interquartile range is Q3, which was 39 and 5/10, minus Q1, which was 23 and 5/10. So the interquartile range for these data is 16. The range is the difference between the maximum, which for our data is 48, and the minimum, which for these data is 7. So the range is 41. So I've got 41, 16, 39 and a half, 23 and a half, and 33. So remember, this is my maximum and my minimum. So I'm going to put these numbers on my box plot. So here I go. And so if I'm looking at this number line, my minimum was 7, so I'm going to put a dot above the 7. My maximum was 48, so I'm going to put a dot above the 48. My median was 33, so I have a line right there. My lower median, or my Q1, was 23 and a half, which is going to be about there. And then my upper median was 39 and a half, which is going to be right there. So there's my box, and here are my whiskers. So I can see my data is pretty far spread out. And remember, when you're talking about a box and whisker plot, this represents 25% of your data, this represents 25% of your data, This represents 25% of your data, and this represents 25% of your data. Even though these two distances look like they're different, they represent 1/4 of our numbers. So if I'm thinking about this and I could ask a question, I could say 75% of my numbers are less than 40. Well, is that true? Yeah, 25%, 25%, 25%. That's 75%. 25% of my numbers are greater than 40. Well, that's true too, because there it is. Half of my numbers are less than, what was this? Half of my numbers are less than 33. Is that true? Yes, because this is 50%, 25 and 25. So those are the kind of things you need to be thinking about in terms of a box plot. All right, the next thing it says is to find the mean. So remember that song, hey diddle diddle, the median's in the middle, add and divide for the mean. So I'm going to add these numbers up. So I'm going to put them into my calculator. 7 plus 18 plus 21 plus 26 plus 33 plus 33 plus 34 plus 35 plus 36 plus 43 plus 44 plus 48 equals, so that equals 378. And then there were 13 pieces of data to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 378 divided by 13 is equal to 29.07. So I'm going to say it's about 29. Or if it said round to the tenths place, about 29 and 1/10. All right. Here we would have a dot plot. So on my dot plot, I would have 1 dot above 7, 1 dot above 18, 1 dot above 21, 1 dot above 26, 1 dot above 32, 2 dots above 33, 1 dot above 34, 1 dot above 35, 1 above 36, 1 above 43, 1 above 44, and 1 above 48. And then they might say, oh, what do you notice? Well, I see there's a gap here, there's a gap here, there's a gap here. A lot of data is clumped here, but it goes pretty far out. So I might call this an outlier. If these are ages of people at a party, this is somebody's little brother who showed up. Right? Most of these people are adults except for this one. So this one's an outlier. So that's why our average was 29, even though most of our data was between 23 and 39. But that's what pulled our average down. And then of course we would also have a histogram. And so a histogram, we're going from 10 to 20 and so forth. So here we would have that 1 7-year-old person. And then we don't have any, we have the 1 18-year-old person. And then I have, in the 20s, I have 2 people. Okay. And then in my 30s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Okay. In my 40s, I have 3 people. Okay. And so my histogram would look something like this. And once again, we can see how that's being pulled down, where most of our people are here in the 40s. So just different ways we can represent the different, display the data differently.